Hello and welcome to the last day of, well, last game of today, basically. I was gonna say that doesn't sound right, but last game of today. It is 4FC taking on 3D Max. It is the Swedes up against the Danish. And we shall see which one of these two teams is going to be victorious and going to be able to put 3 extra points to their name. And before we check out the draft, I have for you the standings up until this point. Well, not up until this point, up until earlier today, because the matches of today are not added yet. We can see 3D Max hasn't really been doing so well. They have only played 6 games today, but have lost 5 of those. They are in no shape anymore to go to Kiev, but they still can force their way into staying into Star Series. They have to just win a couple of games, and then they can be staying in Star Series. The same thing goes for 4FC. They are still able to go to Kiev. They've only played 5 matches so far. They have to basically win everything from now on, though, if they still want to have a chance. And then even it's not entirely sure just yet, because it depends on the other teams as well. So that is that, and they've only played 5 games, like I said. They are doing a bit better than 3D Max. They've won 2 games rather than just 1, and they are, of course, therefore a bit ahead. But they want to be able to get some extra points also to continue being in Star Series, because you don't want to get eliminated out of Star Series, because that would be sad, because Star Series, you want to compete with the best, you want to be shown that you are the best, that you can go to Kiev, and that you can take that LAN Finals trophy home. Let's see who's going to be playing what. We have got ourselves a stand-in for 4FC. Peppy is going to be standing in, or I think Peppy. I think it's an old MTW player. A very old MTW player. MTW at DreamHack 2011, I would say. We're not going to see a Wisp or a Bat or a Nyx or a Magnus. We are going to see, however, a Keeper of Light, because that was the first pickup for 4FC. We're going to see 3D Max thinking about what they want to be picking up next. Is it going to be a Gyrocopter or a Bane or a Lifestealer or a Darkseer? All are still in the pool, all heroes that we often see picked up very early. And it's going to be a Darkseer. That is at least one. And whichever one they pick up right now is at least going to be denied to 4FC, because they have to be taken into account that whatever they're going to let through is probably going to be picked up by 4FC. You can do it. Gyrocopter it is. So that's going to probably be a Lifestealer up on the side of 4FC. Unless they want to go for a total different route. Considering they have got the Keeper of Light, they might just want to pick up the Phantom Lancer and be annoying. As we know that Phantom Lancer's Keeper of Light can be basically anything with the Keeper of Light is annoying, to be fair. Maybe Keeper of Light is annoying. Who knows? There's a Shadow Demon and a Nature's Prophet. So we are going to see 2 supports already up on 4FC, kind of indicating that there's not going to be a real jungle hero for 4FC. And a Nature's Prophet there as well already. So not going for the traditional picks. I kind of like it. But we also know why the traditional picks are traditional picks. It's because they're just very strong. So was that the right decision is the question. We're gonna see it. 3D Max, they can still pick up the Bane if they want to. Gyrocopter Bane makes a very strong combination. A Rubik is still on the pool as well. I do think they're gonna have to pick up at least one of the supports right now, otherwise the rest will get banned. Or at least the strong ones might get banned. And there's the Rubik. That means no Bane, no Lifestealer yet. Those can both be banned out. I mean, 4FC. They've still got space to pick up at least a Lifestealer. And 3D Max actually still got space to pick up a Bane, so we might still see that one getting banned out. In response, though, if 4FC bans out a Bane, 3D Max will probably ban out the Lifestealer. But we'll see how that's going to go. Of course, Phantom Lancer is a good ban target, of course, also for 3D Max, considering Keeper of Light, Phantom Lancer, annoying, etc. And there is a Lifestealer actually being banned out by the team that I wasn't expecting to ban it out, to be banning it out. Well, we have often seen the Lifestealer on a solo lane and then a tri-lane with a Gyrocopter and something else, and maybe Darkseer then mid or something like that. Kunkka is going to be the one that gets banned out by 4FC. I have been told that Kunkka is something that 4FC like to play, especially if they have, of course, the Shadow Demon there, the Torrent to guarantee hit. More offlanes getting banned out by 4FC. I'm kind of surprised about that. Okay, look, I'm kind of expecting the Darkseer to be going on the solo long lane, and then a Gyrocopter Rubik to be on the safe lane, depending on what the last ban is going to be, or last support. And then still have something mid, so I would kind of ban out a mid hero or a support hero. But they're banning out neither. We're going to have a Lone Druid getting banned out, something Krilly loves to play, won't be able to play it today though. Today it is banned out. Actually, we haven't seen a Lone Druid at all today.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Come on, 4FC. Going into the reserve time. There are still a lot of people, a lot of time left there. Queen of Pain. Now that's a hero that I would actually ban out. Like I said, a mid-game hero, something that is indeed something that you would expect from 3D Max. And there is finally the Phantom Lancer. So let's see what carry is left for 4FC. Well, that's not the one that I was expecting, but it's a solo lane, it's a puck. We've seen a lot of pucks lately, mostly up against Queen of Pains, but basically pucks can stand in any lane and should, in theory, be able to survive without too much trouble, unless they're gonna get massively ganked, in which case anybody would basically die. But the thing is, if you're running the puck, you know that that is the only way that you would die, and if you then indeed die, then at least you made sure that your teammates have gotten some free time on the lane, because there is a lot of people trying to gank you and not on the other lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
3D Max going into the bonus time soon as well. Is it gonna be another support? Is it gonna be still a Bane, or is it gonna be a full-time jungle hero? We still have the Enigma and the Chen Enchantress in the jungle if they wanted to. I mean, they still have the Darkseer, Vacuum Black Hole. Who knows? Vacuum Black Hole cooldown, Fabled. Woo! But yeah, there is a potential for that. They could also still pick up a solo mid hero, Windrunner, Beastmaster still in as well, even though I'm not really expecting a Beastmaster, but there's all different kinds of potentials. And of course, I'm just assuming right now that these lanes are going to be like what I said earlier, but there are a lot of possibilities for these lanes. You might even see a Gyrocopter mid and a Darkseer mid, or something else mid, or something else on the solo off lane. It's going to be a Lina that gets picked off though. Still something that works very well in an aggressive trial lane. With the telekinesis, setting up for a stun from the Lina, Rocket Barrage to go through, flat cannons, a lot of burst damage, and might be pointing in the direction of an aggressive trial lane.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
4FC, still have plenty of time left. Still looking for that carry. Is it gonna be a Faceless Void? Anti-Mage? Luna? If they go for Luna, they might actually do an aggressive trialing for themselves. Luna would actually be really nice here. Lich Prophet? Pushing power? What? I vote Luna. Yep. I'm gonna drink something because I've decided it was gonna be a Luna. I really hope right now it's gonna be Luna, otherwise I look like an idiot, but then again, I look like an idiot often, so it doesn't really matter. That's a shame. It's gone. Come on, 4FC. I mean, they might not only be discussing what they're going to be picking up. They might also be talking about how they're going to lane it, how they expect 3D Max to lane it. And what they're expecting from 3D Max as their last hero, and how they're going to counter that hero or something else that they have picked up already.
10 seconds remaining.
Come on. Nobody disconnected. This is just them taking a long time. Oh, wow. That's not the one I was expecting, but it's going to be an Alchemist. I would like the Luna better, I think. It's a shame. But an Alchemist is still nice. It kinda slows down the pace of the game though. Alchemists normally want to just be left in peace and farm, and that would mean that at least Shadow Demon or Keep of Light at some point, well, Both of them will start off with the Alchemist. At some point they'll leave it
5
alone.
seconds
But Nature's
remaining.
Prophet, Puck, and those two supports, they're more defensive heroes than anything else. Maybe they can try to split push some, but they're gonna be playing it fairly passive, I would believe. 4FC. Having a fairly passive lineup, I think. I'm hoping, of course, that I'm wrong. We've seen plenty of Alchemists that are aggressive. And it looks like we're gonna see two dual lanes coming off on 3D Max. I mean, Lina is great with the Rubik and the Gyrocopter, don't get me wrong, but she's also amazing with the Chaos Knight. Light Strike Ray followed up by that Chaos Bolt. Yeah, aggression. That's something 3D Max has. 4FC, not so much. Disable-wise, also something 3D Max is very rich on. They have got the Homing Missile, the Telekinesis, the Light Strike Array, the Chaos Bolt, Vacuum and Reality Rift are not really disables, but I will still want to mention them. Because I'm also going to be mentioning the Dream Coil from Puck, which is of course very nice to have. You have got the Unstable Concoction from the Alchemist. I mean, that's great, but it's still, it's unstable. Boom! Pun intended! We've got the Sprout. Still not really a good disable, as they can just eat their way through. And other than that, Disruption is not really a disable, because you can't, well, it is, yeah, but you can't really attack a target
Prepare for
through it. And more importantly, 3D Max, they picked themselves up a Lina. Now sometimes Lina and Shadow Demon are together on the same team because they make such a great combination, because the Disruption can set up for a great Light Strike Array. And this way, if there's going to be a defensive Disruption from Boomski, then that might actually lead to a kill on the side of 3D Max. Because Light Strike Array will be able to get queued up with that one. Anyway, let's see who's playing what. We have got Ace playing his Darkseid, of course, signature hero for him. Buller is going to be playing the Lina. Hayek, wow, that went well. Hayek is going to be playing the Rubik. We're going to see 3D Max playing the Gyrocopter, and N will be playing the Gyrocopter, the Chaos Knight. Wow. And a shout out to No Tidehunter CSGO. That is apparently Flame, because No Tidehunter is not able to play CSGO, as in they suck, I've been told. No offense, people from No Tidehunter that are listening. We're gonna see Puck. He's gonna be playing the mid lane. He's gonna be played by Pep, and he will be okay, I think, against his mid lane position. He won't be dying, I think. But he won't be having an easy time either. He'll just, his job is surviving and at least getting experience. Maybe not getting that much farm, but at least not dying. We have got ourselves, there was Loco who's going to be playing the Nature's Prophet. They're going to leave the bottom lane entirely open by the looks of it. And have an aggressive tri-lane on the top lane. Or aggressive tri-lane, safe tri-lane. Boomski will be playing his Shadow Demon. Strange Bee will be playing the Keeper of Light. And last one is Krilly. He's going to be farming on his Alchemist on the top lane. So there's going to be no aggressive lane for either team. With actually still an aggressive or a safe tri-lane on the bottom lane, leaving has to Joe Rotten just alone in his Gyrocopter in the mid lane. Not really supported though, of course. There is Ace close by, but that's not really support. He just wants to take those creeps. So that is gonna be that. So this is basically the only lane that people are actually seeing each other. So this is the lane where we spend our time. So make yourself comfortable, because these two are not gonna be dying anytime soon, I would imagine, unless there's gonna be a gank from one of the one of their teammates. But phase shift on the Puck will make sure that he stays alive through the harassment of the Gyrocopter. I mean, he can dodge half of the Rocket Barrage with that one if he picks it up. And at the same time, you kind of it's kind of risky to initiate on the target when you know that there might be supports right around the corner. Rocket Barrage still gonna be there. There's a phase shift. No. He didn't use. He picked up the phase shift, but he didn't use it. Oh wells. Level 2 up on both teams, as we have actually got the Gyrocopter. Did he not spec that? There we go, I was gonna say. Picked up his flak gun and more pushing power. Rubik coming around. Might be trying to do something. Of course he's visible, it's daytime. Or maybe just gonna be there for the 2-minute rune. Nature's Prophet could be anywhere also very soon. He picked up his teleport just in case. I mean, it's gonna be very important, this first kill that happens. I mean, this is normally, if there's a game when there's not that many places where you can get kills, and both teams seem confident, seem fairly happy with playing it safe for now. 3D Max will be the one to initiate first, by the way, I think. They will be the ones starting to play aggressive first, because they've got two dual lanes, or two fairly mid-game heroes that can be fairly aggressive there with the Lina, Chaos Knight, etc. But for now, both teams are happy with with just farming, and it's then all the more important who's gonna get that first blood, who's gonna get that first kill. Like I said, in a low kill game, who gets the kills is worth a lot. Gonna see Ares Loco making an appearance on the bottom lane, as we also have got a dual lane now mid, because there's gonna be a Rubik standing around. Of course, not really invisible, but he is harassing Pucks maybe slightly. There could be a telekinesis there, of course. There he goes. Rocket Barrage gonna go through. There's the phase shift helping out. And there's not gonna be anything done. He's just gonna jump himself to the other side. And the harassment up on Hayek is still quite a lot, actually. Pops a salve. First two. There's Loco gonna take some ancients there. Well, it's fine too. He's level 3. Let's compare those two carries a bit. We have Krilly. He's gonna be 15 for 3. And he's level 4. And we of course compare him to the Chaos Knight, who is 15 to 0. And who is also level 4. So even for those two. As of course the Darkseer, he is highest on last hits. We can't really count the Darkseer though. I mean, we see him standing very high. Wait a sec. Oh, this is just a push. Okay. We see him standing very high, but this is jungle creep, so that doesn't really mean that much. We do now see the Alchemist being highest up top of there, as he got a lot of last hits from his poison spray. Fortification goes out. They want to try to push the tower, get some early gold for 4FC. I mean, I did say I was saying that 3D Max was the first one to go aggressive, but I mean aggressive for heroes. Looks like 4FC is going to be the more aggressive at pushing, considering they do have the Nature's Prophet and they can just do that. They are giving some extra experience to the Darkseer with that though, but it's all fine. He'll be able to yeah, stay alive, and more importantly, 4FC is just going to be happy with that gold that they got. That's the reason why they were there. In the meantime, in the mid lane, Puck gonna try to run for the rune. Homing Missile's gonna come in, but Puck, he just wants to get that rune real bad. It's gonna be a double damage rune, should be able to get picked up. Light Striker Ray still there, but he did get. Oh, nice job. But yeah, he's nice. Yeah, nice job, Pep. We'll be able to get away, and it's gonna be safe. And it's gonna be a clarity. It's close call though. Nice Light Striker Ray, I have to say. But yeah, he picked up the double damage from beforehand, and the stun didn't last long enough for him to die. And it's gonna be boots for the Puck. Just get it with his bottle. In the meantime, tower getting harassed a bit. Nature's Prophet thinking about TPing in. Can of course try to push the lane back a bit. He's gonna get a stun in his face soon though. I mean, this is gonna be a dangerous situation, because at some point this Chaos Knight, he'll have a lot more killing potential than the Alchemist has, or at least solo kill potential, I should say. So if he decides to dive this, and there's a Lina close by, he just went back again. Then the Nature's Prophet is as good as dead, so he has to be really careful with that, and that is also someone that has to be really careful. Someone that should not have died, to be fair, but does go down. Has to Joe. Picking up the first blood in the mid lane, and it is the Puck that dies. Pep couldn't stay alive against the telekinesis from the Rubik and the harassment. They came out with a rocket barrage. I would just say that is just probably just wrong estimation from Pep, because like I said, he is a Puck. He should not have died, and if he's not careful, he's gonna die again. Here comes Hayek, telekinesis there, cooldown coming down as well. Fadebolt, phase shift trying to help out. This is gonna be enough though. He doesn't have his orb, and he goes down for the second time.
What happened? Your leg's not working?
Puck doesn't have any legs, Gyrocopter. Thinking he's funny. That's gonna be 3D Max pulling ahead on the middle lane. And like I said, if there's gonna be a game with less kills, it's gonna be all the more important kills. So that was the only lane that was kinda undecided up until that point. So now 3D Max pulling ahead on the game as well. Even though they still have one tower going down to the top lane. I mean, towers are static gold basically. They can pick up their own tower soon as well, and then there's gonna be even again on towers. So it's not meaning that much. Hesta Joe picked himself up a haste rune, might be trying to go for Ares Loco here, or at least trying to take down the tower. Should be possible, even though he's gonna get scouted out. Courier coming in as well, because he did finish up his threads. Yeah, I've got Hayek taking down some experience in the mid lane. We still have level 5 up on the Puck. That's just from dying there a couple of times. It's all it takes to be quite far behind. So you see the level difference, like Gyrocopter level 7 and the Puck then level 5. That's a big difference to be in the mid lane. And Nature's Prophet is going to give up the bottom lane tower. Strange Beast is going to be here with the Illuminates, forcing them back continuously. Should be enough. Should be enough to help out Pep. Might be in some trouble again. Hayek coming in from the side, or thinking about it anyway. And there's no wards on the dire side up on the map for now. Sends his orb. This might be the time to go, because he doesn't have an escape and they know it. Here they go. Telekinesis, no, phase shift. There comes the telekinesis, and that is his end for sure, because he can't do anything. Silence is up. Oh, that's a Joe actually might go down from the tower. Still Puck dies. But at least he changes lives. Hayek now on the way out, on the run. Shadow Demon level 4, Hayek level 5. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up with him at all, and that is going to be 1-for-1 in the mid lane. I have to say, I was really quite surprised to see Puck at least get a kill from that one. Dream Coil being used for that. He got level 6. And he was able to at least make something happen there. But again, I mean, he used his orb, he used his phase shift, and that was the Q for 3D Max. They could go in on that. Still a kill, they still shut that Puck down. Hayek, telekinesis up the high ground? No. Invisibility rune instead. Nice. That was a change, I believe, in the patch that you can't do that anymore. At least not as easy. Same thing with the vacuum. Home missile. It's just harassing Boomski bit. Was just here for level 6. And he's just barely level 5 in the meantime. Darkseer is finally getting some creeps on the top lane. Some normal creeps, that is, because he is just tower skipping those. Forcing Krilly to last hit under his tower. Something that's not really ideal. And Krilly, he picked himself up a hand of Midas. So he's gonna be banking for that late game. If he's gonna be getting enough gold, who knows? We'll find out as the game progresses. I mean, I was asking for an even game, and don't get me wrong. Oh, a Soul Catcher up on there as well. Iron Shell, Boomski, trouble. Disruption is still there, though. He runs away from it, but is it gonna be enough? Is it gonna be enough? Is there gonna be support? Nature's Prophet Ultimate bouncing through another poison. Is it gonna be enough? It is! Whoa! Not enough! That is. Hello, Puck. Good trade.
You might wish to retract your last move.
Good trade indeed, but it looks like Puck might be paying for that one. No, they back off again. Hayek looking for the telekinesis. But a dodge in the jungle was first. In the meantime, Chaos Knight hasn't really left his lane yet, hasn't got any assists or kills. Kinda expect him to move around a bit more right now. I mean, if we look at this very late game, we've got it farmed up Alchemist and a semi-carry Nature's Prophet potential for 4FC, right? Now, if we look at 3D Max, we've got the Gyrocopter and the Chaos Knight that could be harder carries than those two combined. And then you also have the Rubik, which is pretty much a big impact hero regardless. I don't know if they really want to just continue farming like this, even because they will be ahead. I feel like they should be ahead based on heroes, but I feel like they have got a more kill potential than 4FC does, and I want to see them use it basically. Top lane, that's kill potential. They're gonna go for Krilly, and they're gonna be able to kill him off. Home missile coming in, Rocket Barrage, and that's a kill. Ooh. Nature's Prophet thinking about TPing in for a second there, but then he decided not to because he would have died otherwise. Goes middle instead. Gonna try to take the mid lane tower instead. Seeing if they can at least change towers. Exchange towers. Would be something nice, of course. Because something else they're not gonna get. 5-2 right now as we see Boomski running away from a surged up Gyrocopter. The Jukes! That was one path, and this was the other. Boom! Puck wants to go for, Hessa Joe wanted to go for the Puck. Disruption, Soul Catcher, trouble for Boomski, Telekinesis, cooldown coming down up on 2, Rocket Barrage, Pep, what are you doing there? Dream Coil hits on 2, vacuum back in, here comes Krilly, Hessa Joe, goes down, Krilly, can he get more? Ace, on the way out, just one stun away, but he surged up and he will be able to get away, should be able to get away, Krilly still on the chase though. And the same juke is being done there as well. That's twice in a row. And in the meantime, we still have the Rubik going down. There is Loco coming in. Here comes the stun. Goes for the Lina. And that is going to be a kill. One hit. Krilly picks up a double kill for himself. And the only one that didn't die on the top lane was Ace, who was able to TP out. And Gyrocopter decided to land a 4-second stun up on Strange Bee, who is going to go down. Boom. One more hit. There we go. There's a disruption and a Soul Catcher though. Oh, Soul Catcher hits on a creep. And that should not be a kill. If there was a level 6 up on Boomski, that would have been different, but no can do. But good fight in the top lane for 4FC. I mean, yeah, they lose the Keeper of Light, but they do get a kill up on the Gyrocopter. They get a kill up on everybody apart from Ace and the Chaos Knight, of course. So they got 3 kills for 2 only. That's pretty decent. And of course, Krilly picked up 2 of those kills, which is even more decent because he needs those kills. Curious to see what kind of build he's going to go for. If he's going to go for Radiance or if he rather going to go for something like a Maelstrom, which I find personally to be a more fun one, but we'll see what he's actually gonna do. Maybe even, nah. Yeah, I think one of those two. Armlet's gonna be the one to go for Chaos Knight, who's gonna get ganked as the Chaos Knight indeed has his armlet complete. Soul Catcher up there in disruption, and that is gonna be a 4-second stun from Boomski. That might be enough to at least take someone down with him. Yeah, hello Lena. And that is gonna be End still alive. Laguna Blade up on Strange Speed. One more hit, and there he goes. Double kill for Buller. Can they do more? Eros Loco, he came in for the kill upon that guy, but that guy is armlet toggling like a crazy person. Stun up on Eros Loco. And another stun, and that is gonna be Eros Loco. One more hit, two more hit. It's Alina that drops forward first. Dream Coil up on the Chaos Knight. Now he goes down. No armlet toggling for him, and Eros Loco will be safe. But that would happen a bit different than they were expecting. I mean, 2 supports still a good trade. 2 supports for a carry and a support. But yeah, not as good of a trade as they would have hoped for. As we're gonna see them try to go maybe for the Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter is gonna be able to be away from that place. He's gonna go for BKB first. We see that Hayek is trying to get a bit more levels. He picked himself up the orb. Nice one to have. Nice counter push as well. We see Ace building towards a mechanism. As we hear the chemical rage up. Does he have... Oh, Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade does mean that he's going to be going for a bit more aggressive build, though I hope, at least, that he's going to be using that as the moment he gets it. We've seen a lot of... We've seen a couple of Gyrocopters going for Blink Daggers and Shadow Blades, but that's mostly when there's a Lifestealer also there. And in this case, that's not the case. Of course, you can still have a Nature's Prophet who can TP in, so you're not entirely alone if you're gonna try to gank up on someone, and the puck can come in as well when he gets his Blink Dagger, which he's gonna go for, but it's taking a long time before he's gonna do that. In the meantime, Krillin, 4-second stun, 2-second stun, it's only 2 seconds only. And 3 people to take him down. Clean kill, and it looks like they're gonna be able to take down a tower with that as well. Should be able to do that quite safely and securely. 1k gold up on Hester Joe. 1.2 actually with those creeps. But yeah, BKB is gonna be it for him. Looks like they're not even gonna go for the tower. Now they're gonna go for the tower. Well, that took time. They just really wanted to go for those kills. They have got the ward, of course, so they see Pep hanging around there together with Strange Bee. TP out already from the Chaos Knight to defend his tower on the bottom lane. Eros Loco, oh, he's gonna be safe. You saw him looking for the stun, couldn't find it though. Tower was gonna get denied. In the meantime, Shadow Demon still goes down to the top lane. Krillin TP's in to try to save his teammate, but he's gonna get telekinesis. Still down the stun up on Lena. Dream Coil hits up on the Rubik, and that is gonna be 2 supports going down. Rubik and Lena dropping to the floor. Snapping like toothpicks. Heard it? People from the previous game? Thank you. It works out, see? It works out. And Hester Joe is going to be able to get away from there with the haste rune. They still not get the tower though. Quite surprising. I mean, the tower bottom lane was denied, granted. This tower is also going to get denied. If actually someone is going to be putting the effort to denying it in. Is someone going to deny the tower? Can someone who wants to deny the tower report to the tower, please? Nope. Okay, so we did see a Blink Dagger being picked up by the puck with that fight. He was able to do that. And nobody wants to deny the tower. That's not good. I'm telling you now, that's not good. If you already have a tower denied on your own side and you have the chance to deny a tower on your side, do it. It's gonna be TP out for the Chaos Knight. They can't stop him from TPing out. Not even a silence will get that. But actually, Nature's Prophet ultimate still hit. They still got him, but his body, his body is somewhere here. In the meantime, we're gonna see Hester Joe getting stunned up there, and he's gonna be going down. Blinding Light trying to help out. Well, didn't help out at all. Illuminate flying through, and that's an Invis room picked up by the Alchemist. Telekinesis helping out. Light Striker Ray misses. Buller might be in some trouble there. There is a stun up, being charged up. I think Buller is gonna be seeing his end quite soon. Light Striker Ray still hits him. That's actually the stun being stolen. Unstable Concoction, 1 hit away from dying, but he gets stunned up in return. Where's the counter for that? Shadow Blade, Laguna Blade hit first, so Krillin gonna get stunned up. Fade Bolt helping out. Hayek picks himself up the kill up on the Alchemist, and now is on the run for his life, but is he gonna be able to do that successfully? It looks like he will not be able to do that because he goes down. Pep picking up the kill, finally getting some positive KDA, and that was still the tower going down, destroyed. Told you so. Should have denied. The TP's come in to try and defend anything that's still going on, but everybody's backing out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
500 gold upon Krillin. He does have his, of course, the Shadow Blade, as we already saw. And he's gonna go towards the Roche pit. Here's Loco already waiting for him. Out of mana, doesn't matter. He's got some trails to tank it up. There's no wards here to scout anything out by 3D Max. I don't think they know that this is going on right now. We'll see if their spider senses are going to be enough to do anything about that. Wow, that really makes a lot of noise. Doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And that's also the medallion helping out quite a bit. But the age is picked up by Krilly. And that's them pulling ahead on the gold. 2k gold in their favor, even though they've got towers denied to them. They're still one tower ahead, I guess. Experience graph going in their favor as well. They got the later kills. Later kills give more gold. And the earlier kills were, of course, mostly up on Pep, and he's been able to stay alive for the last couple of fights. So he is going to be the escape artist, hopefully, that his team needs him to be. As we have got the Chaos Knight building towards his BKB as well. Ace, in the meantime, has got a mechanism complete for himself. Hayek does have mana boots, and Buller has got really nothing apart from the dust. Of course, he needs to have that when they know that there is a Shadow Blade on the opposing team. And the BKB almost ready up on Hester Joe. Let's see what the sports here have. Strangebeak picked himself up a Ghost Scepter. Now that's a very nice thing to have, of course. Especially if you're going to be up against a Chaos Knight. But you still are up against a Lina as well. So he has to be really careful when he pops that one. Because if he pops it at the wrong time, there's going to be a Laguna Blade that doesn't only hurt like normal Laguna Blades do. No, that's going to hurt like he's going to die. Just like Ace just did. Because he got stunned up by the Unstable Concoction. Nera's Loco was already there, able to help out. Slight global strat. It's not the global strat that we have seen with the or global strat, mobile strat. Let's call it mobile strat. But yeah, still successful for 4FC, and he's gonna just farm the jungle. He's got 2k gold. Maybe he's gonna be picking up a Blink Dagger. Let's hope so. I would hope so. It's gonna be fun if he does so. And I think we're in need of a fun game, especially after the previous games of today. And this is a fun game, isn't it? Yeah. This is a fun game. So far it is. Anyways. As I do think that 3D Max could be a bit more dominant based on their picks, but they are being punished for it right now. So they have tried a couple of times, but it hasn't gone the way they wanted it to, and they've been exchanging kills rather than just taking kills. So they haven't been as dominant as I think they could have been, but yeah, that's just good play from 4FC, I would guess. Just making sure that they're also on the ball and are not going to let anything happen to their carries. And if it does, then, well, then they're there to defend their honor afterwards anyways. It looks like 3D Max. I mean, this is... they better be smoking up right now. Or something. Because this is awkward. They're wasting a lot of time. They're sitting in the mid with 4 heroes. They have been sitting in the mid with 4 heroes for a while. And they're wasting experience and gold right now because the only thing they're getting is sharing with 4 heroes 1 set of experience on 1 lane, if that makes sense. HP ultimate bouncing through, making sure that nobody's gonna go in. Home Mistle's gonna get dodged. Invisible booms, he can just go on someone. There we go. Soul Catcher up on there as well. He actually hits him as Joe, who pops his BKB, and Strangebeak already going down. That's why you don't pop a Ghost Scepter at that time. Just taking too much damage from that. He just got bursted down with no time. Ghost Scepter too early. Chemical Rage up by Krilly. Tower in some trouble. Acid Spray is not going to save that tower right now, but maybe the fortification will. We see Anne looking for a way in. Can't find it right now. Tower actually bashing on him quite hard. Tower will drop Soul Catcher this time on Ace. Nice deny! Nice deny! They still got a deny on the tower. Not the top lane, but this lane it is, and that is good. And that's 3D Max wasting time. They've got only a support puck. Support Keeper of the Light, my bad. They've got a tower down, but they got the Knight, and they're not really getting that much in return for it. In the meantime, Krilly has taken a Sanctuary in the jungle again and farming up there. He has picked up a Ring of Regen and Boots of Travel. So it's still global, it's still mobile, but not the Blink Dagger, unfortunately. Maybe it's still going to be a Blink Dagger. I'm unsure what the... Oh, I think his Ring of Regen was just from Tranquil Boots that he had earlier. Well, we'll see what he's going for. Maybe he still wants a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff. Oh my god. But yeah, the 2k gold up on the puck. Curious to see what he's going to buy next. If he's going to go for Force Staff or if he's going to go for Sheepstick. Both would be welcome, actually. They want to be able to maybe shut down the Gyrocopter, who has been using his BKB a couple of times already. Well, actually only once, apparently. But when he doesn't have his BKB popped, you want to be able to just turn him into a piglet. Just crease him. Nature's Prophet TPing in. Thinking about it. Want to go for maybe the Chaos Knight. Boomski. Disruption. Soul Catcher. There comes the Nature's Prophet. They want to go for him. Reality Rift in. Woohoo! Boomski! That was a lot of damage. Chaos Knight also taking a lot of damage though. 5 seconds stun. That's going to be the Boots of Travel helping out. And that's going to be still the Chaos Knight getting dropped to the floor. But holy crap, that crit! Boomski, I think you need a bracer or something. Nice trade though, but they do use a lot of things for them. Like they used 4 heroes actually on the bottom lane. And in the meantime, they're still 3D Max farming. Of course, 3D Max also not really that effective with their farm because there were 3 people in the middle lane as well. So it's not as effective as it could be. There's Loco. What are you gonna buy? 5,300 gold. Okay, and I see that a lot of people have joined the stream since we started, so I'm just gonna tell you a bit what the deal is with this game. As it is of course a StarLadder game, because you see that in the overlay and everything. StarLadder has only got best out of 1 games. Every team plays 15 games in total, and the top 4 at the end of the season go to Kiev. The bottom 2 get dropped down to Pro Series. The number, well, the 2 behind that, like the bottom 4, and then the top, the 2 above the bottom 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Those are gonna have to fight regulation matches to maybe get dropped to Pro Series, and even though 4FC they still have a chance to go to Kiev, though it doesn't only depend on them anymore. It basically depends mostly on other teams losing their games. Fuck, what we say? Yeah. I think these teams are mostly fighting just for the points, especially 3D Max. 3D Max, they kind of want to win this to just not be dropped down. Not be dropped down to the Pro Series. That's why these teams are fighting for the points. If you want to check out those scores, by the way, you can do so on StarLadder.tv. I will show them if there's on the pause. I will show them again. We have got a couple of pauses, but if it's there again, I will show them. I have got, of course, them laid down in an overlay. But yeah, best out of 1 game. 3D Max, the Danes taking 4FC on the Swedes. This is Scandinavian showdown. That's right. And 3 points are on the table. Every game that you win, you get 3 points. And if you lose, you get 0 points. How it goes. So far, there's about 5 teams that are looking good to go to Kiev. As in, they're not good to go, but they are competing to go to Kiev. Still not sure who, but No Tide Hunter, Virtus Pro, Fnatic, Empire, Mouse Sports are basically. Did I mention 5? I think that was 5, right? Oh, buys. We saw this exact situation before. Although last time Eris Loco was there earlier than the puck was. And he's indeed gonna go for a sheep stick. But yeah. That's all the random information as far as the match goes and the standings go. Anyways, Nature's Prophet also picking up a side device. That control desperately needed the later the game goes. I said it at the start. If you compare these 2 teams, wait a second, bottom lane, Boomski in trouble. Disrupts himself, but his team, where is his team? Here comes his team, here comes the puck. The Silas is there, Boomski is already dropped to the floor though, and it's gonna be Hayek that gets picked up as well. Here comes Grilly, stuns up the Chaos Knight. Is it gonna be a good trade for them as well? I think it's gonna be that. BKB TP out. Yeah, it's enough. They still trade the Rubik for the Shadow Demon, so it's not that bad. It could have been better though. And they forced out a BKB charge as well. That was the first one that he used. First BKB charge for the Chaos Knight, and he got forced to use it. So it's not bad. It's not bad for 4FC. What was I saying before that happened? Goldgraph? No. Oh no, I was saying that at the start of the game I mentioned, like, if we look at these teams late game, the carry potential combined for both teams is going to be in favor of 3D Max, so that's why we see the control items coming up so fast for 4FC, and they are pulling ahead quite fast right now with the kills that they have been doing, and also the towers that they have been picking up, and they're going to go again for what are they?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah. We can see the minimap, they can't, of course. They were looking for someone. Cooldown coming down is just 2 supports here, and Pep Can they do something here? BKB turned off for Joe just because he can. Here comes Grilly though, wants to go for something, turns on his own BKB, goes for Joe, Sprout up for Hayek, who's gonna be locked in there, and will probably be going down there. A couple more hits needed, Vacuum back in will make sure that doesn't happen though. Lina goes down instead. Keeper of Light able to pick him up, Rubik still goes down, Shadow Demon picking that kill up. And that is gonna be Krilly, maybe trying to go this time for BKB. Chaos Knight. Earth Loco for now, alive. And the Chaos Knight drop Ace. Gonna try to do something with his Iron Shell. Gets the kill, but gets killed off instead as well. The double kill for the Keeper of the Light. And the tower, tier 1 tower goes down. 4 heroes dead on the side of 3D Max. With only 1 down on the side of 4FC. Not even an extra support going down. That's quite surprising. Actually, I think, yeah, Shadow Demon went down. But he got back up again because he's only level 8. And that's gonna be 2 towers for that fight, by the way. Like, you always talk about getting a gank and then getting someone in something in return. And they just got 2 towers in return for 1 fight. And they were, of course, able to pick off the big shots for the team of 3D Max. So doing a very good job there. And they're gonna be getting the Roshan in return for that fight as well. Pretty damn big. Lucky bashes for the Roshan. But there's nothing 3D Max can do here. They're still gonna get a homing missile. So it's kind of obvious that they're here, but it doesn't really matter. And if 4FC knows that they know they're ahead. Alchemist, he has enough gold to pick himself up the Abyssal Blade very soon, so he can do that if he wants to. In the meantime, the BKB Armlet Chaos Knight doesn't really have anything else. 900 gold, doesn't even have buyback right now. With the Gyrocopter, also his carrier potential being a bit shut down because he did get killed off a couple of times. And more importantly, I mean, he only died 3 times. It's not that much. But he has been standing around in that middle lane waiting for something to happen for a very long time. He hasn't been taking the time to farm. We saw Chaos Knight farming him for a very long time. But it's just not going as well as planned. And Chaos Knight, of course, he died 4 times. And he's been having even less fun. Basically, if you look at the gold, the difference between them is not so big, the difference between the Chaos Knight and the Gyrocopter, but it's very big compared to the Alchemist and the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, who's still got 3k gold after buying the Scythe of Vice. 3D Max. Go towards the top lane. Hello, Krilly. Let's see what they can do. Abyssal Blade is ready. Looking for a way in. He can, of course, always TP to one of the Treants from the Nature's Prophet. I think if he goes in here, he might be a bit surprised, but I don't know. He's going to be supported by his team. There's going to be a lot of people there. Boomski and Strange Beast standing around. Krilly now from the high ground. Charge up his stun. Disruption. Sentry Ward goes down though, but he already finds Hayek, who just placed a Sentry Ward, and it's gonna be Ace that gets dropped down in no time as well. Who's next? BKB up on the Chaos Knight, cooldown coming down. It's gonna be Bullet that gets turned into a Piglet, and he goes down. And it's gonna be Gyrocopter that turns his BKB on, tries to TP out, and is not gonna be able to do so because the damage is just overwhelming for FC. Just got 4 heroes on the sideline and forced out a BKB of the last remaining hero, so he can't really do anything either. He still has his Phantasm. But what can one Phantasm do right here? We have a triple kill for Krilly. He is 9 for 3 for 8. And he's going to be able to pick up the tower together with his team. They will pick up the whole lane right now. And just end the middle lane's creep spawns. Well, not really end it, but you know what I mean. Couldn't find the right metaphor. Looks like they're going to try to go for more. They still have 30 seconds without the Chaos Knight. Without the Gyrocopter, I mean. But that's, yeah. I do think even if he was there, it will not mean that much. BKB was on cooldown anyway. We're gonna see another set of lanes being taken down. No GG being called just yet though. 3D Max, they still want to fight this. They still think they can. Personally, I have my doubts. 4FC, after being having the game being very even, they just make it drop down. I mean, we haven't had a kill on the side of 3D Max for a while. Look at that. Boom. All kills for 4FC. The experience graph shows it better as well. I mean, it was fairly even. I call 5k not that big a difference either, so that's just that. And the GG well played actually go out. So that is going to be that. It's going to be 4FC that take home the points. And that's going to be 3D Max being sad with no points. And this was the last game for StarLadder Star Series today. Shout out to DJ Sleeping. Should be awake. Otherwise, you cannot be DJing. Okay, yeah, no, bad puns. See, it happens sometimes. So, thank you for watching. If you want to support me, you can do so by subscribing to my YouTube on youtube.com/SheeverGaming, or follow me on twitter.com/SheeverGaming, or like me on facebook.com/SheeverGaming, or subscribe or follow on twitch.tv/SheeverGaming. And I wish you a good night. I actually am going to continue streaming, but I'm not going to be streaming Dota 2 probably. I will be streaming Smite. Because I apparently am winning in that game a bit. So, that's that. And there are, of course... Hey, we have a Divine Rapier on Eros Loco. I didn't even notice it yet. My bad. But, no, that was it. So, stick around. Don't go anywhere.